Russia's nuclear-powered and unstoppable Buvaresnik missile is changing the game of defense. While Russia's talks with the United States have hit a stalemate, Moscow is now cozying up with its ally, North Korea. Why is Russia relying on Pyongyang? What do they wish to achieve together? And why is the West so worried? Let's find out. Russia has over 5,400 nuclear warheads, even more than the US, which has over 5,100. These two nations never had friendly ties, but the New START nuclear treaty had kept them together. And now, Russian President Vladimir Putin has officially terminated the treaty, citing America's hostile policies towards Russia. This treaty allowed signatories to dispose 34 tons of military-grade plutonium that had been declared redundant for the purposes of military programs. Since 2011, the treaty had limited US and Russia to no more than 1,550 deployed strategic nuclear warheads. It was supposed to expire in 2026. Putin says he proposed to Trump that Russia will continue to abide by it. Trump said it was a good idea, but the ties since then have taken a nosedive. Trump and Putin were supposed to meet in Budapest after the Alaska summit, but Trump called it off.
What will Russia have to do for you to reschedule your meeting with Putin?
I'm going to have to know that we're going to make a deal. I'm not going to be wasting my time. I've always had a great relationship with Vladimir Putin, but this has been very disappointing. I thought this would have gone long before peace in the Middle East.
US then moved to sanction Russia's two largest oil companies, saying that it wants to cripple Kremlin's war machine. But just days after this move, Russia tested its most lethal cruise missile, which NATO calls Skyfall. Moscow says the nuclear-powered missile covered over 14,000 kilometers during a multi-hour test flight. Putin says the missile, also known as Storm Petrol and Flying Chernobyl, can evade any defense system on the planet.
Сколько тысяч километров?
14 тысяч.
14 тысяч. И в воздухе находилось?
Ну, около 15 часов.
И это не предел.
Не предел.
Да.
Now, just days after overseeing the test, Putin met with North Korea's leadership, a country Russia has grown remarkably close to in the past 2 years. Just last year, Russia and North Korea signed a defense pact, which clearly states that the allies will come to each other's defense if attacked. North Korea is already providing its troops who are in the Kursk region fighting for Russia. King Jong Un even hosted a memorial for soldiers who lost their lives in Ukraine. US intelligence believes that Putin is providing North Korea with nuclear submarine and ballistic missile technology. Timing is everything in diplomacy. Trump has now threatened that US will conduct nuclear tests after 30 years. Amid a flurry of Western sanctions and economic pressure on Moscow, Russia is coupling up with North Korea, sending its own nuclear message to the world. The question is, can the US and European defenses stand up to Russia's nuclear play?